Another train's coming.
I desperately want to get a coffee. If I do,
And this one's a grain train.
Guaranteed. I knew it. On the list. So clearly safety is a big thing. Wow, that's so sunrise out there. I like the way he's going through what sort of makes up the DNA of Model 3. You know, batteries, production, safety, the design features. Yeah, he knows that supercharging is going to be one of the key things that's going to drive Model 3 forwards. Drives all electric car sales forwards. It's the one thing that nobody else seems to have worked out yet. Interesting. Lower range version. Not going to be as long range as the Bolt, but it won't matter because they've got the superchargers. So I mean, obviously, definitely go with the Model 3 if you're thinking, so looking forward to getting a test drive in a Model 3. I know in the UK it's going to be a little while, but you know, hopefully they'll cut a left-hand drive one over at some point. Of note, the cars are very quick. Fantastic. I mean, 5.6 seconds is very quick, 0 to 60 all on its own. 5.1 is, you know, even quicker than that. I mean, my car is 5.6 seconds 0 to 60. It is no question that that is quick enough for any normal human being, as far as I can tell. In terms of range, again, 220 miles on a full charge, as far as I'm concerned, that is more than adequate for the vast majority of people. Really is. The key thing to doing long distances is having superchargers that will charge your car quickly and be reliable as well, because there's no point in having a quick charger if it's not going to actually work when you need it. Well, there you go. So if you want a Model 3, there's going to be quite a long wait. But I think I'm going to wrap up today's short, not 100% planned little review of what's going on. I think it's interesting that Model 3 has not had any big wow sort of, oh look at this, it flies. And that's a good sign, because of course these are cars that Tesla is hoping to actually produce with high quality in very large numbers very quickly. I seem to remember Elon saying something like, what was it, 5,000 cars a week by the end of this year and 10,000 cars a week by the end of next. Well, if they can ramp like that, wow. What else was there that sort of sprung to mind? I'm still not 100% sure about the back bit of the car. I didn't see that in action, so how are you going to get things in and out the back? I don't think it's going to be anything like the utility of a vehicle like the Model S, which for me would be a problem. For Soph, it would make no difference whatsoever. I mean, you know, she needs to put some shopping in the back every now and again. I think Model 3 would be perfect for her. She would probably want the longer range one. Make me feel safer if she had the longer range one. We'll see what she feels about that.
This thing is slowing down.
Reservation, shouldn't I? Quite a long queue as it stands. Just as a sort of an afterthought, it amazes me how courageous Elon Musk and Tesla in general are with their vehicles. It's very, very impressive what they're trying to achieve, and they are betting the farm. They're always betting the farm. I think the car is going to be extremely successful, and I think one of the main reasons it's going to be extremely successful is because not only does it look good and have a reasonable range, but quite critically, it has supercharger access and a supercharger network that is built out, and that really answers the main problem that people say about electric vehicles. Nobody wants to go out and buy a car and then be unsure whether they can drive a perfectly reasonable 150-mile journey. I mean, let's say somebody they have grandparents or parents, they live 150 miles away. If you've only got a 300-mile range in total, then that is a very stressful trip to try and complete. Unless you say to Granny at the other end, oh, I need to plug in, can I open your living room window and climb through with a cable in hand? Nobody wants to do that, obviously. They can do it. People have been doing it. People have been taking circuitous routes from A to B, stopping at quick chargers
And the train's about
for
coming.
5 years already. But that's not what a mass market mentality will accept from an electric vehicle. And Tesla has always known that, which is why they've put so much time and effort into their superchargers, which they're going to be apparently trebling the number of supercharger stalls and locations in the next, I think they said by the end of next year. Okay, it is now, I was going to say late, it's not late, it's early. So I'm going to say goodbye for the day. I hope you enjoyed today's blog post. If you have, like it, share it, subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram if you don't already. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next instalment of my daily blog. Bye.
The car, because they don't care. What you're going to see on the car is range and range only. That will be the only discussion with the car. So
at the end of the day, that's really what matters.
Yeah, well, exactly. Who cares how big the battery pack is? Because who cares? I mean, it's range. That's what really matters.
Just right now, we're used to looking at battery pack numbers and associating that with.
I say dance, you say dance.
Unit goes around gates. Oh, another train's coming, a local. That's why it stayed down. That was fast. Okay, now the gates are going back up again.
All right.
It stayed down a little longer for that train.